6:13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
Looks like we're seeing some light rain over downtown to Macon on an Aviston health camera. Looks like we could see that over the next few hours. I'll be tracking that with you coming up.
A motorcyclist died over the weekend in Monroe County. We explain what played a factor in the deadly accident.
I don't look at these as boxes. I look at these as families.
Toy donations at one organization on the decline. We tell you how you can help families struggling to give their children gifts this Christmas.
Plus holiday lights. In the spirit of giving, the holiday season is here. On this Mental Health Monday, we have what you need to know to have a peaceful holiday with the family coming up.
Good Monday morning, Central Georgia. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:31 a.m. here on this December the 12th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. I have a feeling that it's a little rainy. It's a little foggy outside right now, but you are still going to have a great day. I'm claiming it for you. I'm Wanye Reese. Let's head on over to Jordan West. He has a look of your forecast before you head out the door.
That's right, and we already saw some rain earlier this morning in downtown Macon. You can see that the camera right now is just soaked, and we even see some fog out there earlier as well. But right now, temperatures are in the mid-50s, so 56 degrees. Dew point is at 54 degrees. A lot of that fog is to the west of I-16 and I-75. So if you're on the roadways and along those interstates, just be extra cautious out there on the roadways. Not only are they wet, but it's hard to see out there. As a result, advisory is in place until 10 a.m. This is for some of our northern counties, but even our western counties should take advisory to the conditions that we are in right now. As far as the rain, we're seeing that in some of our southwestern counties, moving into Taylor, Macon, Dooley, and Crisp counties, slowly but surely even into Bibb, Houston, Peach County as well. So rain jacket or umbrella out the door wouldn't be a bad thing, especially if you're south of I-16. Got that wedge still in place, causing all of these storms that we've been seeing over the past couple of days, but I'll talk more about the patchy fog, the storms clearing out this morning, and the rain possible this week coming up in your full forecast.
Thank you, Jordan. We'll check in with you soon. This morning, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office says a North Georgia man was under the influence when he caused a deadly crash. This all happened Saturday night after 7 on Highway 74 near the intersection of Oxford Road. Sheriff Brad Feeman says 76-year-old Terry Warren was driving east in his Ford F-150 when he ran off the road, hit a tunnel, lost control, and hit a motorcycle head-on in the westbound lane. The man driving the motorcycle, that's 58-year-old Harold Turner of Upson County, died on the scene of the accident. Freeman says Warren was treated on the scene for minor injuries and was taken to the Monroe County Jail, where he faces charges including failure to maintain lane, DUI, and vehicular homicide in the first degree. The Sheriff's Office says the crash is still under investigation this morning. Well, right now, a Macon man is in the Bibb County Jail charged with the murder of his own cousin, 29-year-old DeMonte Clyde. Deputies found 20-year-old Keandre Clyde just before 11 Saturday at a home on Bailey Avenue, less than a mile away from where the shooting happened around 8:30 that night. Coroner Leon Jones says Clyde died on the scene. This is Macon's 67th homicide this year. Right now, Clyde is being held without bond at the Bibb County Jail. Well, it's a miracle that a pilot is alive after his plane crashed late Friday night. Fire Chief and EMA Director Leslie Sewell says the FAA contacted his office just after 9 Friday night, reporting that the last contact they had with the pilot was over Honeybee Road near Highway 129 in Pulaski County. Shortly after crashing, the pilot dialed 911 and was able to give first responders a better idea of where to find him. Sewell says when they arrived on scene, they found wreckage that stretched 30 to 40 yards. He added the plane took down multiple trees when it crashed.
I told him he was the luckiest man alive because he did not even have one scratch on him.
Definitely a blessing he's still here with us. Sewell says the pilot, who had not been identified, is registered as a commercial pilot out of Canada. He was flying from Miami to Macon Friday night when he crashed. The FAA is still investigating. It's 6:34. Across the state, flu cases are breaking records not seen in more than a decade. That's why CDC Director Rochelle Walensky is encouraging you to go ahead and get vaccinated as influenza deaths and illnesses rise. The CDC estimates that so far the flu season, there have been at least 13 million cases and 7,300 deaths. Last flu season, we saw 9,000 cases and 5,000 deaths in its entirety. Although these numbers may seem daunting, the CDC director says it's too early to tell whether this flu season will outpace the rest. Well, this morning in North Georgia, the city of Emerson is mourning the loss of their mayor and his wife. This happened Saturday afternoon after the sheriff's office says an alleged DUI driver lost control and crossed the center line, hitting a Hyundai Sonata Fe traveling in the opposite direction. The driver of the Hyundai, the 65-year-old Mayor Albert Pallone, and his wife Camila Pallone, she was 69 years old, died on the scene. Governor Brian Kemp said in a statement that his family is heartbroken. They will be deeply missed by their loved ones and the community that they served so well, he wrote. Abernathy was arrested and charged with DUI, that's driver. He was also charged with reckless driving and more. Abernathy was also injured and is getting treatment at a local hospital. Well, a TikTok video criticizing labor and delivery patients caused several nurses at Emory University Hospital Midtown to lose their job. In the video, nurses take turns mocking patients and complaining about what annoys each of them most about different expecting mothers at the hospital. Emory Healthcare released a statement you see here on your screen saying that they are aware of the video, calling the comments disrespectful and unprofessional. They announced they have taken appropriate actions with the former employees responsible for the video. It's 6:36. With Christmas just 13 days away, some nonprofits in town say that they're seeing less donations this year. Joe Allen founded Kids You'll Love, a mission to provide toys and Bibles to children. Allen says it's normal to see some angel cards with names of kids and their wanted gifts listed on them still hanging on the tree, but he says the amount that are left is unusual this close to Christmas. Sergeant Melissa White with the Salvation Army says they typically serve 400 families this time of year, but she says they are still 150 kids that haven't been chosen to receive gifts. White says it's probably due to inflation, and she wants to remind you that there's still time to help out if you can.
I don't look at these as boxes. I look at these as families. Many of these you will see multiple children in. Many of those are grandparents raising their grandchildren and thinking about the challenges that they face on a daily basis. We can fix this one problem.
Definitely help out if you can. Today you can donate to the Salvation Army on their website. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., Macon-Bibb Commission will need to approve over a dozen new streetlights on the agenda. Mayor Leslie Miller says the county is seeing several requests after commissioners loosened up some of the red tape around the process for people requesting more streetlights. Now, there's no petition process. Miller says, though, this is an extra expense. This is good for the county because it creates more lighting, especially in areas that have high crime. He says this is one of the goals of the county's Macon Violence Prevention Program. Again, commissioners are set to meet tomorrow morning at 9. Today, Veterans High students will have 64 new classrooms and a new multi-purpose gym. The ribbon cutting is set to happen today at 4 p.m. on Piney Grove Road. The expansion adds more than 100,000 square feet to the high school. The school district says the reason for the expansion is because the student enrollment has more than doubled over the past decade. The expansion provides more space for labs, science classes, events, and practices. Stick with us. Our morning reporter TJ Anthony is standing by to show you tips on family conversation, and he's going to break down ways to have a peaceful holiday season. Plus, we show you some of the ballerinas twirling their way through the Nutcracker of Middle Georgia and tell you about their final performance. All that and more is coming up next. Time's now 6:38 here on your beautiful Monday morning. Jordan, I feel like, since you've been on the morning show, you brought the fog with you.
Yes, I can attest to that. I don't know what it is I'm doing, and I am sorry, I really am, but every day I've worked this morning, it's been foggy outside. And trust me, I know because I have to drive through it in the middle of the night. So, but it's okay. It's okay. I will leave out sometime this week, and eventually I think that fog will also start to leave out too. But for now, it will continue to maintain foggy conditions in downtown Macon, and temperatures are sitting in the mid-50s, and the radar is we have some rain. It's in our south and western counties, anywhere south of the I-16 and I-75 interstate. You kind of see it headed southeastward through a lot of central Georgia. So a rain jacket or umbrella would not be a bad idea headed out the door this morning. Now, what we have in place at the moment is a high pressure to our north, creating this colder air to come in from the north and kind of just wrap around that high pressure clockwise and into central Georgia. Well, we already have a low pressure system sitting here, bringing in moisture from off the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean. So the cooler air sweeps up underneath, the warm air rises up above it, and it creates this rainy, cloudy, foggy, moist conditions that we are seeing over much of central Georgia right now. Now, as we head into the later hours of the morning, you can kind of see that rain is still going to be very apparent for some of our southern counties. Lots of cloud cover once it fizzles out around this afternoon. That cloud cover will persist as we head into Tuesday. We will see a break in the clouds on Tuesday, but that doesn't last long as the cold front tries to make its way in here through Wednesday, increasing that cloud cover. This is now 7 a.m. Wednesday. You can kind of see the storms moving in. This is now 11 o'clock on Wednesday. We're really watching this system because the severe weather aspect of it could definitely be there out ahead of it with the warm front that you're seeing here, these three little isolated systems, and then you have the cold front here. That's where the severe weather will potentially lie. Seeing a lot of different colors here on the screen, red, orange, purple, even along that cold front. So we're watching the severe weather risk right now. As of at this point in time, looks like we are going to be under a level 1 of 5, so that's a marginal risk. It doesn't look like we're going to see any significant severe weather, but that could change over the next couple of days, so be weather aware. Now, as we head into the extended forecast, it starts with the cold front right on top of us. This is now 8 a.m. on Thursday, and kind of see the rain quickly and swiftly moves out of the central Georgia area and out onto the eastern coast by 7 a.m. on Friday. This is now Saturday, even into Sunday. A lot more clear conditions, a few clouds here and there, but the next little rain that we will see won't be until Monday of this next work week, so a week from now. Daily almanac yesterday, we saw a high of 57. The average was 62, so lower than average finally, and temperatures cooler to our northeast due to that wedge I was talking about, and warmer to our southern counties, and dew points are similar and proportional as a result. A lot drier to our north and humid to our south. Over the next 7 days, we will continue to be really moist outside, and we will continue to see cooler conditions moving through this weekend.